Hello and welcome to Blyron Productions. I'm Dez, and today I'm actually showing you one of my commissions that I have from my brother, actually. He commissioned this from me a while ago. I've been working on it in between school and work and life and such, but this is me finishing the final complete version of it. So we wanted this piece to be kind of representative of a group of friends we have, a gaming group who play a lot of tabletop gaming and whatnot, and so each one of these characters in this image is representative of one of those people, and we sat down and discussed kind of which characters from games we played with them in the past felt was most representative of the kind of character that they play, as well as just some references to characters that they've played that we really like. And so the general concept was to create these characters, and then in the background have this very ominous, intimidating figure that's supposed to be representative of the game master, the dungeon master, the person controlling everything else kind of behind the scenes. Oftentimes the dungeon master is joked about as being basically God, and because he's controlling the majority of the world except for the characters and the things that the characters directly affect. And as such, as the dungeon master or game master controls all the villains, they're oftentimes seen as evil and trying to kill the party of adventurers. So the dungeon master or game master here is represented as that ominous face in the background. My brother specifically wanted the dungeon master's face to be very heavily influenced by Disturbed's sort of mascot that they have on their cover art and whatnot. Yeah, so he's very heavily influenced by that, and then of course has a very puppeteer style sort of look to him going on. So unlike my usual stuff that I do with characters on digital art, I went about using those wet brushes again that I used on my landscape piece a few weeks back to do this piece, because I wanted it to have a much more detailed and in-depth feel than my more blocky cel-shaded and colored stuff has. And overall, I really like how this turned out. I very much enjoyed the process of painting each one of these characters and figuring out the themes and color patterns to them. And there's some little details that you might not be able to see or might not translate 100% in each character. So my brother gave me pretty heavy leeway on how to create these characters and putting them together. And so I had a lot of fun with each one of these. There's certain things about each one of these specific characters that I very much enjoyed and really had a fun time playing with and finding a way to represent visually in this piece. And there's some things about them that you don't see in this piece that maybe I'll revisit some of these characters in the future and do some more detailed solo images of them, just because I really enjoyed making them and doing this piece. So all in all, I think the parts I had the most fun painting out of everything in this piece was actually, so there's the little baby dragon, the laser sword, the sort of lightsaber rapier that the character in the back is holding, and the Cthulhuoid squid on top of the cane in the foreground character. Those three little details I just had the most fun doing, because those are things that I don't get to do very often. I don't do creatures very often, and I think I might start doing a little bit more of that. And then just the way that laser rapier came out, it looked quite perfect. I'm really very happy with how that turned out, with the way that it looks like it has that very lightsaber feel and look to it, to that blade. And then just the lighting and the look on the Cthulhuoid squid monster was just a lot of fun to do, and it came out really nicely, and I really like it. So that's about everything I have for this piece. As also implied by the fact that this is a commission. I do commissions. I don't do them very often. I'm very selective with them, just because they are oftentimes very time consuming. But if that is something you are interested in, feel free to get in touch with me over social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as in the comments below. And with that, that's about everything I have to say about this particular piece and this particular project. So I will let you enjoy the rest of it, as I usually do, with some music. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like it and subscribe to keep up with all my content. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and if you want to go the extra mile and really lend a lot of support, you can follow me on Patreon. Doing so really helps the channel to grow and also allows you access to exclusive content that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get to. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week.